Non è poi così difficile l'italiano è conquistare. Non è poi così difficile l'italiano è conquistare, conquistare, conquistare.
Because this is Garsington Opera's first year at Wormsley, we felt it was really important for the education team to spend this year getting to know people in the local area and to begin to make partnerships and relationships with people. Obviously, we intend to be here for quite a few years and we want to be able to work alongside local schools and community groups. So it was very important that we take this year slowly, that we didn't try to do too much. So this year we've spent time in the 3 local primary schools closest to the Wormsley Estate, in the secondary school closest, and it's very important for us that we work with schools but also with teachers and to ensure that teachers have the skills to take on the work that we do, because they're going to be the teachers of the future and they're going to be the people that we want to bring us into their schools and work with their children.
You're actually going to get a workshop experience. This is not an inset training day in any form, even though we will give you notes on what we've done. It's basically so that you actually actively do a project that we might go into a school and do. So today we are going to end up in some sort of performance. So just enjoy it, and then you can see the ways we work and see whether you want to work with us. Is that terrifying news?
No, I'm so excited. I was really looking forward to today. I was expecting more singing, but I was sort of glad that it wasn't just all singing, because I think it's important that you have a lot of physicalness to the singing as well, because singing is a very physical activity, I think. I feel like a buzz.
I guess at the beginning of the session I felt slightly nervous, as you do when you have to do things in front of other people. I just sort of lost that inhibition. You know, I think that's what, well, for me that's what music's all about anyway, is just letting go and giving the best performance you can.
For me it was fab that we could get involved with like professional opera singers and kind of be part of the chorus and be part of the end production and like start writing the songs.
The initial perception of what opera is, I think things like this is a very good thing, because it goes into school and breaks it down. Opera takes many forms now, and I think to open people's, especially pupils' eyes.
I don't think it's going to be hard, I think they're going to love it.
I think it was really important for us to experience it as well. In schools we throw our pupils into like, here's 10 minutes, come up with a group composition. You know, when you're actually in those groups yourself, you realise that that is quite difficult to do.
No! The flames of doom are flowing through my body.
The flames of doom are flowing through my body.
Try this for me. The flames of doom are flowing through my body. 1, 2, 3. The flames of doom are flowing through my body.
Particularly enjoy about this afternoon?
I like the singing the best.
You like the singing the best? It was great, wasn't it? Did you enjoy?
Yeah.
You liked the actions, did you? What did you enjoy?
When Papa Gamer was chasing after the bird. Is it going to come back to the school ever again?
We really hope so, yes.
Yay!
We'd love to.
With the community groups, we started by doing carol singing back in December, just to see if anyone was interested to come along and sing alongside some of our singers.
Gentlemen, you are going to be doing your baboon steps, and you're going to learn them up here with Rob, who's going to work with you. And then the rest of you, I'm going to split into groups.
And if you can get a slight groove in, a slight, like that. It's real jazz hands moment. Brilliant.
Do we like life or do we not like it? Oh yes, we like obviously. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Santa baby, I'm on your being an angel all year. Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. So hurry down the chimney tonight.
We spent 2 days at Icknield Community College, which is the closest secondary school to the Wormsley Estate. Again, that was really an introduction for their students and staff to the way that we work. We only did 2 days. It was 1 day with Year 9 and 1 day with Year 10, exploring Don Giovanni. And the reason we chose that opera is because it's in rep next year, so we hope that those students will be able to see the opera next year. And with the Year 10s, it was fantastic because they were clearly very used to working together in those groups, and we were able to really push them, I think, in a way that we really hope to be able to build on next year and in future projects.
Find a way of singing, you get this feeling in your heart, okay?
You get this feeling in your heart.
Having to do something really quickly in the time scale, so you have 10 minutes to compose a song to these words and words that they've chosen themselves. That's been really good, and then they've made a song and the whole group has sung it, and they've been really engaged in that and really tried hard to make it work and put actions to it, which you wouldn't normally get to do in a music classroom.
Maybe you should like go higher on the feeling, so it goes, you get this feeling in your stomach.
What I liked about what you did is you had a gap in it. You went, you get this feeling in your stomach. Like that, which is nice, which really works with this.
You get this feeling in your stomach.
Right.
It's brilliant, an opera company doing this sort of work, because it marries classical music with composing, it marries contemporary music with the classical, and the students see a way in which opera sometimes is a closed book for lots of younger people. Certainly a way in for me. I hadn't been to an opera since I was 17.
But the words are, like butterflies, what's not to love? Being pampered, excitement builds.
Like butterflies, what's not to love? Excitement builds. Excitement builds.
Look what you achieved in a day.
I know. I didn't think that was possible.
Really well
I started
done.
making a funny joke when we said, can we make an opera? But we did. And we did it.
It's not just a song, it like tells a story, so it's like so much more than just singing. They mean everything, which sort of makes you understand it more.
Do any of you want to go and watch an opera?
I want to be in an opera.
Once we started to meet people in the area and build those relationships, what we thought would be absolutely fantastic, having been here to the Wormsley Estate and seen the beautiful Green Theatre, we just thought it would be a wonderful idea to bring some of our work to this site and to share it with the audience coming to the operas here, because quite often people would go to the opera in the main house and not really have a genuine idea of what we as an education team do, so it was very important to bring the work to them. And so we devised 2 projects. So firstly, Stoke Judge Primary School to explore the characters from the Magic Flute and do their own performance.
We're doing our version of the Magic Flute.
We got asked to do a performance at with Garsington Opera at Wormsley Estate.
Karen and Dominic had already come in and done the libretto and done the songs with them and come up with what the story was going to be. So I needed to come in and make things that Karen could rehearse with, and also that the children felt as though they were telling the story with. So we knew we were going to have a big scene with the birds and Papageno. So they've made some really beautiful birds.
Felix has got to have an ending to his death. So you can literally, if you're going... Yes?
We made the flames of doom.
The flames of doom are burning through my body. War and destruction.
I like singing, even though I'm a boy. I get to work alongside a real opera singer.
It brings it to life, being in a space like this. And it's quite an elemental piece, Magic Flute, and I think this is putting them closer in touch with the context of the piece.
I have no birds, and now you flee! I shall turn myself into a cupcake, be eaten out of my pain.
With really excellent facilitators, kids can feel that they've created something and can, in fact, create really remarkable things.
You can do so much with so little, and it's turned out perfectly. And nothing like I ever imagined it would be.
With the adults, we thought it was more interesting to take the themes of nature, wisdom and reason and to work with them to develop more of a choral piece, but obviously stage because this is opera, but to develop their own choral response to the Magic Flute.
What you gonna give the children for tea? The children for tea? What? Just surprise the audience.
I think I had a little bit of a foretaste. There was an evening in Watlington which was sort of edgy and slightly scary. We were having to be washing machines and improvise and do quite challenging, I think, for most of us, certainly for me, but I decided I really enjoyed that.
I found it a very interesting process because I think opera in itself is not within my own realm of experience, and I think it's always something that you think of other people doing. I think it's sort of shrouded in a bit of a mystery.
Because it's not publicly, it's not so available to most people when they're young, they don't grow up with it, and it's a shame to not know how beautiful so much of it can be. I feel it would be lovely if as many people as possible could just have the sheer pleasure of encountering opera.
The piece that's been composed is just so beautiful. I can't believe that we've had a hand in that, and what Lee's produced is just amazing. I think it's so beautiful. I shall be very sorry when today ends and that'll be it. I shall have to go back to normal Saturday life.
I would never have imagined I would be getting up onto a stage and singing some opera on a summer's day at Wormsley. Life's full of surprises, isn't it?
What's lovely is now we're coming to the end of our first year, every group that we've worked with has really enjoyed what we've done, and I think really appreciated the opportunities that they've had through us being here. And already today I've been asked what's happening next year. So I think what we hope to do in a few years' time is to be able to bring all those strands together and have a huge community project, community opera, that allows everyone the opportunity to work towards a big goal.